To win, first of all, you have to have a competitive spirit and not be fearful of failure. You have to have an opinion and then be prepared to change your opinion when the tide changes and shows you that you're swimming against it. So I think you have to be flexible. You have to be open to opinion from your team. You have to trust in your team. And you have to empower them to do their job. And all of these learnings may seem so simple, but actually to get a group of talented people together is not difficult. To get a group of talented people together who want to work together, who want to have each other's back when the going gets tough, that's one of the greatest challenges in business today.
Oh, it's very simple. My advice to businesses which would like to win on a race, it is to get closer to the customers, those people paying your salary. They're not. They think they are. They think that report, that research study they just did the other day is ticking all the boxes. But is your organization connected with that emotion which actually is stored in the minds of the customers? So the best thing you can do is actually to bring the organization closer to the reality, closer to those people paying the salary.
So that's easy. A great leader for me is a leader that asks good questions, right? And those questions should start with what if, that allow you to paint a picture of a desirable future, because then you allow people to follow you to find an answer to those questions.
You have to have drive, you have to have focus, and you need to not be afraid of failing. If you look at the most successful drivers in the history of Formula 1, they've entered more Grand Prix than they've won. So therefore their win ratio is maybe 30%, which would be considered incredibly good. But by definition, you're losing 70% of the time. So in an industry like Formula 1, like a sport like Formula 1, we are inspired to look at our weaknesses as a source of finding opportunity for the future.
A great leader for me is somebody who can be an authentic leader. I believe that it's important building psychological safety. A leader who can build that in the teams, they get the best out of them because they get them to suggest ideas, ask questions, give different angles, admit errors.
Well, it's about responsibility and it's about ownership. In our sport, we don't have a blame culture, we have a responsibility culture. We develop a mindset of ownership and responsibility and a desire to want to serve your team and to take away that selfishness from what could be seen as an inherently selfish sport in terms of the driver is something I think that businesses today can still learn a lot from.
A great leader for me is a person which is able to show a high degree of empathy and weave a purpose into that. Empathy is the ability to put yourself in the shoes of the employees and feel what they're feeling, and then design the jobs and the challenges around them so that they feel motivated based on the skill set, the talents and the ambitions and the attitude they have. But it's also extremely important for a leader to wave in a purpose.
So there are a number of studies, and there's one by BCG showing that the 4 most important qualities that people want in leadership today, it's care, empathy, recognition, and coaching. And this is new, so because they want these values, those are all soft skills linked to the heart.